Patriots win 3-2, their third walk-off of the season. The Pats win it tonight, 5-4 over Baylor. I'll tell you about our next broadcast. It is scheduled to come to you Friday night. Patriots will travel down to Houston to face the Houston Cougars.
This astounding and unprecedented story continues to evolve. The NBA is suspending the season.
Now the entire NCAA tournament is shut down due to the coronavirus threat.
The College World Series has been canceled.
Young athletes robbed of their chances to shine.
Better be high quality. It will be, man. Nothing but the mess. Do I have to wear a mask or no? No, you know.
I think we had some pretty lofty goals. I felt like we were on our way to really seeing what we could do. I felt like we were really starting to hit our stride. And then, yeah, obviously getting kind of taken away from us without really getting an opportunity to say, like, goodbye.
At first we thought it was just going to be a little 3-week break, and we were okay with that. We knew as long as we honestly wanted to do whatever we could to have our season and to continue to play. And I remember scrolling through Twitter and seeing all these leagues are getting shut down for 3 weeks and 2 weeks, and we're like, well, we're next.
I still remember me and Jackson Glenn were sitting down, and it went from not playing at U of H to no season in about 2 hours.
We get the memo that the College World Series has been shut down. And I just remember looking at Cragen and Cragen looking back at me, and we didn't have to say a word to each other, but we knew that we were done. Playing Baylor the day before, we had thought that that was our last game of our college career, and I could feel Cragen's heart, and I sure as heck know he could feel mine.
And we remember looking at each other like, is this really it? Like, are we done?
What's happening?
We have a saying in our program, winners find a way. It's a huge part of what we do. Last year, I think we had 4 one-run wins. We had 3 walk-off wins. And those are examples of winners find a way. Winners find a way to get it done. But a huge part of that was, did we just find a way in the moment to win those games? There's a little bit of that, but more of it is this. That under pressure, you don't rise to the occasion, you sink to the level of your training. That's why we train so hard. So why were we able to win 4 one-run games out of 12? Why were we able to have 3 walk-off wins in that short of a time? Because we trained for it. We competed all the time. Okay, so why do I bring that up now? Because winners finding a way right now, here's a huge part of how we're going to be winners in the springtime, is how we do with this. Because if you guys are doing an awesome job with it, from everything I've seen so far, how well we do with the protocols that are in place will determine how much we get to work out. How much we get to work out determines how successful we are in the spring.
It was like a meeting with all the coaches, and they asked my thought process and what was going on, and I was just like, obviously the season ending kind of took everyone by surprise, but they asked what my thought was for the next year, and it was easy. I told them I wanted to be back, and I felt like we had something special.
I had unfinished business in my mind. I want to bring championships back to this university, so that's where my mind was, to get back as healthy as I can and compete for DBU.
At the very beginning, it was kind of just a sore subject, and it made me a little sour towards just everything kind of that had gone down and had happened the way that it did. I kind of got caught in that space between deciding whether or not it's better to start preparing for life after baseball, or do I want to finish out kind of what I started. Man, as summer went on, it just kept itching at me that this is kind of where I need to be, and I got to finish what I started and just be with the guys, and this is an opportunity that so few people get, and just kind of realize how lucky I am. I just think that that's something you'll never get twice.
I think we can accomplish way more than what we even imagined this year with the guys we got and the new talent we have coming in. It's just, we're going to be really special this year, I got a feeling.
Whatever happens, is that they're going to do the coaching staff is going to do the best that they can do to help us figure it out and help us get back on our feet if we didn't get to play again. But thankfully I'm back and everyone's back and we get another shot.
You know, everybody talks about the 2011 team, everybody talks about the 2015 team, and I think everybody was going to be talking about the 2020 team, but hopefully, you know, this year we get a full season to really prove what this team can do, and I'm looking forward to being part of a team that kind of sets that new standard and does something that no team has done here before.
It was a really feeling of, you know, I accomplished what I wanted to do in baseball. You know, everybody grows up and wants to play pro baseball, and it was a huge check off of my list of things I wanted to accomplish.
With the 51st pick of the 2020 MLB Draft, the Chicago Cubs select left-handed pitcher Burl Carraway from Dallas Baptist University.
But at the same time, every time that I come back to this campus, every time I see my old teammates, the guys I only got to play a third of a season with, it really makes you miss what we had here, and just wish we had the opportunity to finish what we started here before I got to take that next step in my career.
Lefties that throw 100 do not grow on trees, so you know, being able to see that in person and just the dominance, and obviously we saw all through his sophomore year, and you think of all the highlight times where he came in and closed out a game, but yeah, Burl was certainly one that, you know, checked every single box. Left-handed, big-time breaking ball, elite fastball. You know, the Chicago Cubs like it too, so I think it was good for us.
He's incredibly intelligent, extremely self-disciplined, hard worker, tough. You just combine all these things. It's like if you're going to map out what is the, you know, how would you make the ideal player so that he can develop and reach his full potential, you would, everything about Burl Carraway is the things that help a guy develop.
Now the pitch. Strike three, he got him swinging.
I mean, we kind of joked like he was gonna throw 100 miles an hour for sure. Probably would have hit like 102, which would have been the record for our program. The best we've ever had is 101, and we know Burl was going for that, and he would have gotten it.
With the 68th pick of the 2020 MLB Draft, the San Francisco Giants select shortstop Jimmy Glowinski from Dallas Baptist University.
Looking back, I can't think of a better day than draft day. I mean, this is the day that, from the time that I could walk, this is what I wanted to do, and this is what was going to happen. And so obviously it was great, and I was so ecstatic, but it felt like it happened at the wrong time, and it felt like I had unfinished business with the team. So yes, it absolutely was bittersweet, because that team, we were onto something, and I feel like we were just starting to catch our groove.
I was actually thinking about this yesterday. Jimmy's first game, so his freshman year, opening night against, I believe it was Monmouth, the first play of the game, it's like I think it was an 0-1 count, and the guy just smoked a ground ball to short, and Jimmy picks it. I think he spun the ball and looked at it, and you know, took plenty of time shuffling and threw it just a seed across, and with the confidence of a guy that's played in the big leagues for, you know, 10 years. The lights were never too bright for him. Like, he was always ready to go, and the bigger the stage, the more, I think the better he played.
We have a meeting with all the freshmen and their parents when they first get onto campus, and one thing I try to get across to those guys is if you look year in and year out, there's almost a freshman All-American every single year in our program. And I tell that to those freshmen and their parents, and as I'm saying that and you're looking around the room, and there's some guys that you can tell there's some doubt and they wonder, am I good enough? And then you glance over at Jimmy and there's just this smile and a nod. It's like, well, that's me. Very excited for those two guys and to have them be drafted in the second round in a shortened draft. The big difference for us was obviously the seniors back. We have 5 seniors that were able to come back, and I would estimate another 4 to 5 players that are drafted in a normal year if it's a 40-round draft. Because it got reduced to 5, they did not get the opportunity last year. So you're looking at, you know, 9 to 10 players back on our roster this year that in a normal year would not be back.
A year ago right now, if you tell me that Dom Hamill and Ray Gaither are pitching for the Patriots this year, I'm betting against that. You know, both those guys in a full season, a full body of work, I think they're able to, you know, jump really high in the draft. Guys like that in a normal year aren't back, so those are two really seasoned vets. You know, obviously they can throw the baseball, but just athletically, what those two are able to do, they're two, you know, apex athletes on the mound.
Chandler Arnold is one who I think is just going to continue to get better and better. He's got so many pieces to him that allow him to be a successful starter, how he pounds the strike zone, and he's got good stuff, and that stuff's going to keep getting better and better. And I think we saw him growing in his confidence last year, and he was ready to take off.
As far as starters go, the reputation that they had with their fastballs was there. You knew about that. But as I got into the process, I realized just the type of competitors that were already in the program, guys that had extreme pitchability, feel for their secondary pitches. I kind of knew the velocity, it didn't catch me off guard, but just the secondary pitches and the kind of the way guys can beat you is kind of what stood out to me so far.
Guys come here knowing there's going to be competition, and they thrive off it. I think the versatility, the depth, guys being able to play multiple positions in the infield specifically, you know, it's a real asset and something that I think is unique about this team. What it gives us flexibility, it gives us lineup options, it also gives us competition.
Yeah, the fall was really fun, extremely competitive. There was numerous times where you look out on the field and it's like, you know, we're split up, we're playing each other, but we have two full Division I teams on the field that could compete in the springtime.
The cool part is it's the same team, but then you add just some awesome pieces, some great junior college transfers, some great freshmen. I do think there's naturally an excitement of, hey, we've got a chance to do this again with basically the same guys. I mean, we lost Jimmy and Burl, but they probably wouldn't have played much this year anyway. So, no, but it's a great group.
I really wish I was able to be a part of this new staff because it's going to be ridiculous. Guys like Zach Heaton, Dom, Ross, Cragen, guys that have a lot of experience coming back, Power Arms, Luke Trahan. The list just goes on and on. There's guys I'm not even mentioning that are just going to be unbelievable on the mound. So losing me won't be a very big deal for those guys. They're all studs, and they're going to dominate this year.
A really exciting class. We've got some great offensive players. We added some really good pitching on the mound. More than anything, we just added great Patriots and guys that really fit who we are.
This is the most talented that college baseball has ever been, with the seniors coming back and the draft being shortened. So it's going to be very exciting, and we feel great about our team, but we know we got a lot of work to do, and we can't wait to compete against the great programs we're going to play this year.
This is, in my opinion, the pinnacle of baseball. Like, this is the most fun you will ever have in your life playing baseball. Amen. Let's go! Yes, sir! Just like you guys have played Little League all the way up through college and then got a chance to play in the big leagues, obviously, for a while in several different organizations. But I can't stress enough, take advantage of the time that you have here in this program with this group of guys. I mean, this is something that is unique, and you'll never have it again.
It's just a video, but if you want to pose, that's fine. Oh, that's good. We'll pose for a video.
And I don't care if you go on to play and you know, you become a Major League All-Star here on it's just different. It's totally different. And the guys that you are with today and the opportunity to compete at the college level, it's the greatest. And so just take that from me. I'm not the only guy that thinks that. You know, you can ask a lot of guys, but it's really a special time in your life. So work as hard as you can. Love your teammates as much as you can. Let me encourage you to take full advantage of the opportunity that you've got.
Kind of last year, what hurt us the most was seeing the depth that we had. And just for everything to be cut off, it was like I could ask any one of those guys that played here last year, and it was just like the question that we kind of ended with was, what if? And it hurt. Like, that was like, man, well, what if? It's really shifted our focus to now we're asking the question, why not? Like, why not? Why can't we host a regional? Why can't we go win a super regional?
guess I learned a lot about myself as a person and a player over the past, year and a half. Obviously, things happen with the short season and that whole quarantine break, continuously putting in that work. For the first month and a half, it was a grind, honestly, still, getting that work in, finding ways. I was literally jogging down I was staying at my friend's house the whole time, and I was jogging down to the park and, doing pull-ups and chin-ups on the monkey bars and stuff, and, just grinding it out. Like I said, I learned a lot about myself during that time. It kind of just fueled me. It fueled my fire. I kind of ended the season with a bad taste in my mouth, so I was definitely eager to get back out to, a facility like this and, keep putting in the work.
There's 299 other teams that had the same expectations. They got guys back because of the shortened draft. You can get very kind of big-headed, knowing we have all these guys back that are super talented, but you have to work hard because, like I said, everybody else in the country got a lot of their really good players back too.
Right now at 5:30, a winter storm warning is in effect for all of North Texas and the entire state.
Air temp is 11 at Dallas Baptist. It's snowing. I mean, we've got a good coating of snow down right now.
It was very cold. We were outside Thursday, Friday, scrimmaged on those days. Saturday, we got ice that morning. Monday, the big snowstorm hit. Wednesday, we got another hit on it too. The players are all here, so for them, it's just walking 100 yards down to the field. So we didn't miss a beat. The new player development facility underneath the stadium came at the perfect time for us where the cages are heated under there. So we were able to do that. We even had a section in the outfield that cleared off. I think the sun hit the wall and warmed that section up. Yeah, it was a great week of practice, and to have the facilities to do that and to have the guys on campus was, I think, really big for us to stay ready to go.
Ready for tomorrow? Are you? Born ready. Let's go.
It's been 346 days since last year's college baseball season came to an abrupt halt. Today, the long wait is finally over as the 24th-ranked DBU Patriots take the field at Horner Ballpark on opening day versus the Governors from Austin Peay. Boy, are we glad to be on the air. Finally, it's been a long wait for DBU Baseball. Today, our first look at this Patriot team that's a club picked to win the Valley this year.
It's going to be an exciting year overall. This Patriot staff, this Patriot offense is going to look to build on what they had last year. An incredible start. Dominic Hamill gets set to take the mound, his first start in that #1 role. Can't wait to get things going.
Hamill looks down the barrel. And here comes the first pitch of 2021.
I remember sitting in this exact seat whenever we did the first interview. I guess it was in August. And I remember saying, I think everybody was going to start seeing and start saying, like, that 2020 team was something special, and I made a promise that the 2021 team was going to be that special team, to be able to do something that a DBU team has never done. I think everybody was able to see what we all saw.
Today, the long wait is finally over as the 24th-ranked DBU Patriots take the field on opening day.
A 3-run jack from Blaine Jones.
Is it a 2-home-run day for Jones? Yes, it is.
To the gap, looking up, grand slam, home run.
And there is home run number 4. Look out, here comes the National Player of the Week and the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Week, just announced earlier today, and Blaine Jones.
That'll do it. The Patriots sweep away Austin Peay.
So this is my buddy Jackson. We're here waiting with the rest of the team because it's raining right now. And people are scared of lightning, but we're gonna get back out there and maybe. So.
Which ones are scared of lightning?
We all. Sorry.
Yeah. Turn the rain machine up and down, and it'll go away. We're charging the weather machine right now.
We'll step aside, lightning delay. We'll keep you updated as much as we can. Hopefully we will have baseball at some point tonight.
It was a dogfight for sure. It was back and forth the whole series. I was just trying to put a ball in play, not necessarily do too much with it. And I remember their center fielder can absolutely run.
Robleski waits deep in the box from the right.
But when I hit it, I remember him running, and I'm like, oh man, it looks like he's gonna catch it. It literally looks like he's gonna catch it. We're gonna have to play extra innings.
It's in and out of his glove! That's a walk-off!
This was kind of the first time that we've been punched. And then kind of to cap off the weekend like that, I feel like that's what kind of got us on the roll to Frisco.
So much support from our dugout, hearing those guys. Whenever you're on the mound and you hear them behind you, it gives you so much confidence. It makes you feel like, I mean, there's nothing that can hurt you. It was really the first time they had thrown around the idea of me closing out a game. I didn't know before going into it that wasn't even a possibility. So when they told me to go down there and get ready, once it started happening, I was like, here we go, this is it.
Now at 1-2, Russell's pitch, the runner breaks. Sosa's got it, steps on the bag, and the Pats win in comeback fashion tonight.
Hello. Yeah, I know we're hearing a lot about on-time best and all that. It doesn't mean we got to get up there and take G-hacks out of the zone, right? It's your most successful swing. So everybody, let's go up there with a plan today. And if you fail within the plan, good, right?
Dom, he's a game changer. He is just lights out through and through. So it sets the tone for the offense. It sets the tone defensively. You know, you're locked in, you're having fun. He's throwing a lot of strikes.
13 strikeouts for Dominic Hamill tonight.
Obviously doing it was fun, but just seeing like my team's reaction each time like walking into the dugout, like that just kept me rolling.
An emphatic look towards that Patriot dugout as they pour out. What a performance tonight for the junior right-hander out of Chandler, Arizona.
U of A, you know, we knew how good that they were coming in. You know, after you got punched a couple times, it was just like kind of a shying away from the task.
He's got it, throws it away. A run comes in to score, and a nightmare of an inning continues here. A 5-run lead now for Arizona. Patriots fall today 15-8.
I don't know what to say other than we're up 7-5. Okay, we put up 7. How close it is still? So what are you now? There's 2 guys on base. You're 1 base hit away from what? You're 1 swing away. You want to know what we did after that? Quit. 100% quit. That's so embarrassing. You don't believe me? Here's what we did after we're down 12-8 with 2 guys on base. Strikeout, 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 looking, strikeout, looking, strikeout, looking, strikeout, strikeout. Struck out 7 consecutive times. Right in the heart of our order with our veteran guys, and we want people like this running their heads because they're feeling sorry for themselves about their performance.
Hey, this thing better get hooked up fast. And this thing, you have one job, and that's to hook it up every single day. That is your job. You hook it up every single day and you go. That is your sole job. Okay? We will find 9 hitters and we will find however many pitchers we need to get through it. We will find them. Okay? You hook it up. That never happens again. Period. Hook it up.
U of A kind of was the first point where we realized, you know, we kind of need to gain some grit.
And tonight the Patriots face the 24th ranked Oklahoma Sooners on an absolutely gorgeous night.
I hadn't had a ton of opportunities to throw against the big names in my career. They had a pretty heavy lefty lineup, so we used my cutter pretty heavy that game, and I kind of had this word in my head like calm chaos, because there's so much going on inside of me that I have to calm it down, and then everyone's seeing after some big innings, it all comes out.
Ray Gaither, our player of the game tonight, 6 shutout innings. Patriots are victorious 9-3. 4-1 Golden Eagles. You just want to chip away right here. Dashing in at second now. Gets back, and Blaine Jones is hit.
So I remember just grabbing my face, and at first I thought I dislocated it, so I was like, you know what, I can put this back in and I'll just be fine. And then the panic set in once I started squeezing my face, and I was like, I heard some cracks. I can feel like my tongue, you know, where it rests, like I'm putting my tongue through something, I'm like, I lost teeth. Like, this pain is unbearable, my jaw's moving, like if I couldn't swallow because, you know, like I had my jaws in 3 places, and they're all on their own, broke all the way through it. And then he came in and started looking around, and he was saying, you know, broken here, busted gums. At that time, that's whenever I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm done. Like, this year's over. It's like, might as well watch the rest of the game. Whatever happens, happens.
Well, now 14 games into the season. What's just your evaluation as to where this ball club is at as you guys get ready for 3 more consecutive home series?
We got stuff to work on. I think we like our club, but I think we're underachieving right now, and especially on the mound. Just to be honest and to be straight about it, we've got to get tougher. We've got to learn to compete, and baseball's not an easy game, and we've got to be able to handle adversity better.
Austin Bell has got to fight it off here to keep DBU alive.
I remember that game against Tarleton. That was the hardest that we had fought the whole season, to come back and to win a game late in the ninth. And then to step up to the plate and not even get a swing off. You always have that feeling, you know, of like, man, I let the team down. Everybody does, and I know it's not true. You know, everybody. I remember Benefield talked to me after the game, and he's like, there's nobody else that I'd rather have up at the plate. And then, you know, the very next week you get up at the plate, same situation basically, and hit the walk-off. And Benny comes up to me and he's like, I told you. I remember Benefield talked to me after the game, and he's like, there's nobody else that I'd rather have up at the plate. And then the very next week, it hit the walk-off.
Hirsch back, way back!
And Benny comes up to me and he's like, I told you. To go from, you know, super frustrated just a week before to the highest of highs that you can get. We kind of took that momentum, and then, you know, the very next day,
Down to second, here comes the winning run!
River hits a walk-off double.
The throw, he's safe!
All right, this is how you fight.
They've done it again!
This is how you don't give in.
It was constant belief that we were going to get it done.
Horner heroics on back-to-back days.
Belief that we were going to win and find a way. Belief that God gave us the gift to glorify Him through baseball. So it was very special.
Robert, how are you feeling right now?
Can't explain it. It's a great feeling.
On the mound today for the Patriots, this is a refreshing sight. Great to see junior right-hander Luke Eldred.
Luke Eldred made his first appearance in a couple of years last weekend, and now he is back in the starting role.
It was like an emotional roller coaster of finally getting back to the point of doing what I really love to do.
And as he gets stronger, it just adds another piece to the rotation.
I think I said it before about just kind of like floating on the mound. It was just a culmination of guys that have come before that I got to see, like a Trevor Kahn, who went through it, came back and just enjoyed playing. Kind of my saying throughout the year was be like Kahn. And so that moment was just like, be like Kahn, compete, enjoy it.
Koba, deep breath, rocks, fires. Koba's delivery, there it is, right on cue. Jacoba, slider, outside corner, strike 3. Patriots take game 1, and it's career win number 500 for Dan Hefner.
I know you don't like talking about personal accolades, but it's your 500th career win. When you think about that with everybody that's come through this program, what goes through your mind?
I think exactly that, just what you said, everybody that's come through this program.
Hey hitters, what are we doing this year? When we hit a double, what's our thing we do at second base?
Nothing.
Oh, we're not doing anything this year? Do we have something, pitchers, do we do like a strikeout thing? If you're in the inning, you have a strikeout thing? What is it this year? Huh?
Get to the dugout.
You just go to the dugout? All right. Huh?
Need some work.
He's out there, he's pitching, and he has that unique celebration, you know. It's up to the people who have been there to kind of just nip in the butt.
We're in the house. This one, Rhett was pissed. So we're in the house, and it was after the game we were eating, and we were just talking about it, kind of circling around, but then Bell kind of started snapping at me about it, and I was like, I thought he was joking, but then he was I thought he was joking, but then he just got into me so bad.
We all knew how good Rhett is and how badly we needed Rhett to be good, especially at that point in the season. There's a lot of other places that you can go and you can kind of do whatever you want, but at DBU it's a professional place to play. And so, you know, I kind of just had to make sure that he understood that, like, from here on out, you know, we can't be, you know, doing the helicopter and stuff like that.
The thing that really kind of changed the relationship I had with Bell is I heard a knock on the door and it was Bell. And we both kind of understood this situation.
And I just told him, we will celebrate it for you. The people in the dugout are going to lose their minds when you strike out 10 people in 5 innings.
We brought us all closer together. And then we were both able, from that point on, I kind of understood what Bell liked, which was we pick on Zane.
It's not easy to sweep a 4-game series. What did your team show you this weekend? What are you pleased with?
We think we've got the pieces, but we just need to grow in our competitiveness and our toughness. It's kind of a cliche, but learning to be comfortable being uncomfortable, and I think we're getting to that point now.
All right, Dan, appreciate the time, and we'll see you in Springfield.
What is entitlement? What does it look like? What does it look like on a team? What's the opposite of that? It was pretty eye-opening as they described it themselves. It's like, that's a lot of what it feels like right now on this team.
That's what we're called to as believers. It says do everything without complaining or arguing.
We had to take away some privileges and just get to the point of, no, we need to earn what we have. One of them was the locker room. You know, there was, you know, just the way they were conducting themselves in the locker room wasn't the Patriot way, so if you're not going to do it the Patriot way, then you don't get it. The players that have come through here in the past, they earned it. That's why we have the facilities we have today, and we don't have that same mentality this year.
You know, a lot of us, we looked up there at that wall and saw the banners. We weren't taking the season in the right way. We didn't want to be the team that ended that streak. DBU Baseball, this has been built for years and years, and none of this stuff is just given to us. Never in my life have I experienced something like that. You know, I came from junior college, and everyone was asking me while we were down there, they were like, is this like junior college? Or like, you know, you're sitting underneath the stadium and, you know, you're getting peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you know, for your pregame meal. And I was like, no, this is worse than junior college.
Let's be honest, it sucked. It wasn't the most fun, but I think it really brought us together. We were practicing for 2 to 3 weeks and we were sitting underneath the stadium in the rocks. Like, that really brought us together.
Now you prepare for your first true road trip, and it's always a tough place to go when you go to Springfield.
They're always competitive, fun. They're a very solid program, year in and year out. We know it's going to be a tight series.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan.
All right.
Appreciate it. Honestly, it was a little bit frustrating hearing that series got shut down because that was our first chance to get on the road. That's a tough conference opponent, and we knew that standings and RPI and all that type of stuff, like, that's very important for us to go to Missouri State and to win some games.
if we're getting this series shut down and, you know, we're not able to make up these games, well, that's going to hurt us in the long run.
So I know it's not fun, it's not ideal, but do we want to play or do we want to keep sitting out?
It was actually disappointing and kind of, you know, it took away kind of the heart of the team there for a little bit, so.
What a weird couple of weeks it's been for you guys. A couple of weeks off, now that you're getting back into the swing of things, but what has it been like over the last 2 weeks as you've had to deal with a whole lot?
Yeah, it has been a lot. I think we were inconsistent early in the year, you know, showed glimpses of playing some great baseball, and then we'd have, again, inconsistency. I thought we started to work through those things, so feeling good about the direction the team was going, and then we have the Missouri State series get canceled. We picked up 2 more games. We thought, you know, Wednesday, we'll play a doubleheader on Wednesday, and then on Tuesday, it was 6 positives, I think. Repeatedly, you know, feel like we get to a great spot and then, you know, there's a setback, and it's literally been almost every single day. We have 10 available position players, pitchers. I think we have 12 that are available.
At that point, we kind of had our backs against the walls.
COVID was rough when we had that outbreak. The Air Force series struggled. I thought we were in a pretty deep hole. I thought we were going backwards from where we wanted to be.
We still kind of felt, I guess the word is empty. You kind of felt empty without all your guys.
That was a real low point for us. We had so many guys that were out, and then it was figuring out how do we keep our team ready. So we're trying to have practice, but we don't even have enough guys to enter squad. By NCAA rule, we did not need to play that weekend, probably should not have played that weekend, but we thought we needed to play because we couldn't go 2 weeks continuing just the practice like we had with so few guys.
Air Force came out and they had more energy. They play with more confidence, and DBU just never ever got going. Boy, this was a tough weekend to watch.
Yeah, a very tough weekend. You got an uphill battle right now.
Yeah, next week that's going to be a really difficult task. You got one of the best teams one of the best teams in the country that's coming in here next week. How are the Patriots going to respond? We've talked about toughness. We've talked about getting punched in the mouth and then bouncing back, and you've got to find a way to do that to try and make a statement next week.
Baker strikes out 2. The Patriots close out a 9-0 shutout win. They have taken the first 3 of this series over the 19th-ranked Sycamores.
0-2 to Blaine Jones. Cross comes home, and he hammers this one to left field, and there is not a doubt about this one. It clears the berm. It clears the cannon. 3rd long ball of the night. Patriots up 6-4.
Well, it's a great moment for Blaine. His first hit since coming back when he broke his jaw, and he absolutely annihilated that pitch.
It looked like a different home run celebration for you as you come in. You kind of kiss up to the sky.
Right.
What's behind that, and what do you think about as you come to the plate?
So in the fall, I had a cousin that we lost to depression, and she was 24 and loved life. Out of nowhere, we get the news. You know, like emotions run high in baseball. I'm an emotional player. That's something that just pays tribute to her.
You know, sometimes life's not fair, and you like to kind of spread out the adversity that people go through. And Blaine and his family went through a lot of adversity in the fall, and then, you know, he's excited. It's like, okay, baseball is going to be our breath of fresh air. And then he comes back in January and he tests positive for COVID, and then he's having issues with passing the test to get cleared for it, and it was looking real dicey for a while. And then, you know, finally we get through all that, comes back, you know, National Player of the Week, open the season up, and then, you know, he gets hit in the jaw, breaks his jaw. It's just been thing after thing after thing for he and his family this year.
When he went down, it was tough. The guy that put in so much work, the guy that's been the heart of our team for years, getting to see him come back to shortstop and getting to see him back at the plate, it was just so fun to watch, because that is what a true Patriot is.
1-0.
Blaine is back.
Let's go, baby. Cragen.
Hey, 4 Eyes, go get him, man.
Specs.
You hear the ovation as Blaine Jones is returning to the lineup.
And I remember just on deck, I'm like looking around, like the nerves are there. Scared would kind of be the right word. Like I'm going into the at-bat like, I can't control what this pitcher's gonna do. I had to take a step back. I was getting emotional. Getting the box like 5 weeks after is incredible. And I look around, it's like, this is honestly like just a testament to how good God is.
Came back from COVID. That's a huge series. Coach Heath told us it was competing for first place. So winning that series was huge for us. The coaches had some more confidence in us once again.
Top 20 in the nation as Glenn sends one high, deep, left field line.
Definitely a momentum shift for us. We knew that them coming in, you know, their RPI and their rankings, you know, they were sky high.
And that is off the video board. Indiana State responds with a 4 spot in the 5th inning.
We had to play our best baseball to win. Guerrero's a very good arm for them, and I know that 4 innings to go.
Still going back, way back, that's over the wall!
My mindset was just 1 out at a time, throw up zeros, give my team a chance to win.
They're seen as the favorite in the conference, and we come out and win 3 or 4, and honestly, I think we all believed we should have swept that series.
Glenn turns on this one, he blasted to left, and he's got a second home run!
I think that kind of gave the little bit of juice that we needed in the clubhouse, like, hey, like this team is for real, like we have a chance to do something super special.
Intern. Okay, yeah. I finished my master's.
The 0-2 blew him away on the fastball. 9 Ks now for Hamill as he passes Derek Hall for the 6th most strikeouts in a single season on that strikeout.
Patriots out hitting the Aces 4-3, but they're down 1-0 on the scoreboard. The 1-1 ground ball up the middle to his right. Witter, he slides, he's got it, he loses the baseball, and Glenn's coming home. He fumbles it again, and the Patriots have taken a 2-1 lead. Bases loaded, 1 away in a 3-3 ball game. First pitch is swung on, bounced up the middle. Jackson Glenn lets it go off his glove, and the ball game is over. Evansville is handed a victory. They get 4 runs on 1 base hit.
Gaither a long look as he studies the signs from Boulware at 1-1. Here comes the pitch, the curveball, fly ball to right center field. David is there, waits for it to come down, and Gaither slams the door shut on Evansville's threat in the 9th inning.
Right, that was huge. That takes a high level of professionalism at the end of the day. To last week, to scuffle, to be open to change, and come out here today when your team needs you in a one-run game. That's what professionals do. That's big time.
Baseball's built on failure because you're like a Hall of Famer if you fail 7 out of 10 times. So it creates like an environment of just dudes that are willing to have fun in any situation.
I feel like the on-field performance for me was up to that point. It wasn't up to my standard, but a lot of adjustments and a lot of taking the focus off myself and putting it on my teammates kind of made me really get my game back. Those are the games you remember because everybody contributed. Talk about a slugfest. You just talk about team baseball.
Patriots with that win today. They're 25th now of the season, 25-11 overall.
That Illinois State series was a fantastic series for us because we ended up sweeping, but it wasn't like we just showed up and just dominated.
I knew that he had a fastball slider and that he didn't like to throw his changeup. And Coach Hefner told me that he was starting righties with sliders. So I kind of just sold out to that approach. Once Jackson got intentionally walked and then River went up to the plate, he got hit by the pitch, first pitch. I already knew what I needed to do. He threw that slider and it was up, so I got to put a good swing on it.
It's a walk-off grand slam home run! Sir,
tell the slider, baby. And after Bell hit the other 3-run home run to walk us off in game 2.
That's something that I'll never forget, you know, especially with the doubleheaders and stuff, having 2 walk-off home runs in one day. And with Sosa's being a grand slam that he just absolutely crushed.
goodbye to Horner Ballpark, but there's a whole lot of baseball left.
Carbondale was, as much as we kind of like to poke at it, whatever, 14 days in Carbondale, whatever it was, I think it was probably one of the best moments for our team.
Just getting on the road and being able to hang out every single day. I don't think I was alone one night.
A lot of downtime, you know, so we really had a little bit more room to hang out and just get to know people maybe you didn't know as well.
Shows that.
Patriots win it, and they have claimed the outright Missouri Valley Conference Championship. Red Cobra, a complete game shutout as the Patriots take game 2.
It's the most runs that Sherlin has given up.
That was definitely one of the tougher moments this year for sure, but just one of those things where the game doesn't go your way. Even, you know, you could be doing everything as best you possibly can, the game doesn't go your way.
Neville brings home the 4th run of the inning, and the Salukis are pouring it on. They're now up 9-5.
But I remember walking off the field that night, but I just kind of turned around and pulled my phone out, and I snapped a picture of the scoreboard, looking at that 4 spot, you know, in a part of the game where I was supposed to come in and throw up zeros, and I saw that number. It kind of fueled me a little bit.
You took the first 2 and you're feeling great. And boy, 2 tough losses to add to your resume here as you close out the regular season.
Yeah, really difficult.
We knew we kind of had to win that conference tournament. Worst case scenario, make it to the championship and hope Indiana State was there just because of the RPI stuff.
There was a little bit of pressure to perform, of trying to make a regional. I mean, I think that really fueled us to push forward.
Hamill has the sign from Boulware, and here comes the 2-2. Strike 3 call on the outside corner. Hamill, the new strikeout king in DBU Baseball's Division I era. He has fanned 116 now.
With the split of it being 2 separate days in the conference tournament, you know, going one day and I had a few RBIs on the first day, then came back the second day, hit 2 home runs in the second day, so.
2 home runs in a game for the first time this season, and a 7 RBI day for Town.
Posey had his plan, Bower and I were calling the game, and it was just kind of like, we're just going to keep challenging him.
6 strikeouts for Eldred, who's been brilliant.
Strike 3 called. Eldred got him, an 11 strikeout performance this afternoon. The Patriots are going back to the Missouri Valley Conference Championship game for the 5th straight year.
We're taking home the trophy tomorrow. Do it in game 1.
We hit them, they hit us, we hit them. That just showed to me that we were fighters. No matter who we play, we're gonna give them a fight.
Runner from 3rd comes home. Runner from 1st goes to 2nd. It's a sacrifice fly from Ellison Hanna, and it's 5-1 Sycamores.
2-run blast. Can you believe what you're seeing from Jace Grady here in the tournament? He had 1 home run all year. He's hit 3 in 2 days.
I was running, and then I kind of took even a bad angle on it, so I had to like cut it off kind of. And I remember thinking like, oh, I screwed this up. Threw my glove up and it went in, so I was like. Coach Chief called me up and he said, Nico, get ready to hit. And he just looked at me with a big smile and he said, let's do this.
Coach Fitz was like, Nico's about to send a line drive into right field. You know, I don't really pray for hits, but I was like, at this point right now, I'm gonna start praying for one.
You know, he comes in with the bases loaded.
He awaits the 2-1 pitch. Here it comes, line drive. That's a base hit. Gonna score 2. Glenn is in. Brady comes home to score.
You know, there's been a lot of important hits and there's been a lot of important swings in DBU history, but for me, that was the most important. Just because I know the type of teammate Nico Bergarello is.
And I walked back in the dugout and every single guy came up to me and gave me a hug and just said, hey man, like, I'm so happy for you, so proud of you. I don't know, just coming up big for the team like that in that moment, it was special.
0-1, 2 outs. Reeves' pitch hit high to left field. Speck is there, waits for it to come down. Shy of the track, he's there, makes the catch. DBU reigns supreme. They are crowned champions of the Valley. And they get the dog pile on top of the mound. The Patriots win both the regular season and the tournament championship in the Valley here in 2021.
That's 2. Are we done?
No, sir.
Number 1, college baseball, Missouri Valley Conference title game, Dallas Baptist and Indiana State. Cole Moore, first baseman, ranging to his left. Oh, makes the play and just keeps going. My man, he just flew out of the stadium, literally. I got it.
I hate interviews.
So the first one was really funny that he even attempted it.
A lot of foul ground. And what an effort, oh my.
And then, the second one where he actually made the catch, huge point in the game, tie game, 9th inning.
Moore is over, diving, did he make that catch? Oh my, Cole Moore caught it, unbelievable grab as he went airborne over the fence.
Good Morning America.
What was that like to have that play just go viral? Number 1 on SportsCenter, right? All over the internet.
Growing up as a kid, that's something you're always watching SportsCenter, the top 10 plays, and it was always kind of a dream of mine, and finally came true, so it was amazing. Yes, sir, thank you.
You know that.
Thank you.
In the Fort Worth Regional. Yeah.
What's the big picture vision of our program? It's to play for something bigger than ourselves. It's to play for the glory of God, and that's something that we're really honored to be able to talk about as a program and with our players. And but we want to do that at the highest level, and our goal is to make it to Omaha. And we have done everything as a program except do that. That is the goal of our program. It's not something we shy away from. We talk about it, and it kind of impacts everything we do, the type of players we recruit, the way we prepare them, knowing okay, this is what it's going to take to win there. But he's going to give us good pitches to hit. We're going to hit a ton of doubles. Just go power middle on him and good things are going to happen.
Cole goes deep into center field. Boyd back, still going back. The Patriots are staked to a 2-0 lead on the back of Moore's 11th home run of the year. Patriots extend the lead. It's now 6-1 in the 5th.
And you'll see if Hamill can continue to ride this.
Greg Fuchs climbs in. Fly ball struck well. Right center field. Town after it at the wall, looking up, and we've got a brand new ball game.
Here's the pitch. Tapper out in front of the mound. Keckley's got it. Goes halfway, underhands to first, and he's out of the inning. Craig Keckley walks the tightrope, and 2 are left in scoring position in the bottom of the 8th.
And the Pats move on to the winner's bracket. A 6-5 win over Oregon State in Game 1 of the Fort Worth Regional.
I remember opening the bullpen gate and I looked out. I noticed all the fans there, and it's just wow, this is what regional baseball is like. Just taking it in before the first pitch was something I'm going to remember forever, and just the environment was unbelievable. Most fans I've ever pitched in front of.
Here's the 2-0. This ball is hit deep to left. Back goes Town. He is at the wall. It's a 3-run home run.
Coach Eefner told us we had pulled us all together and said we had 9 outs left to hit. So they bring in the righty, and he just pulls me aside. He's like, great time to hit. And I looked at him and I said, I couldn't think of a better one.
It is 2-1 to Boulware. He's got some count leverage. The pitch swung on and lined into left center field. Has a chance to get down, and it will. It gets past Nunez, and it goes to the wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. 3 runs will score.
I'll never forget the emotions going into second base.
It's 7-6 in the 7th inning.
And that TCU crowd of however many of 5,000, 6,000 just went dead silent, and I look up and it's all the DBU fans just
we got the lead and they kind of went quiet for a second. And then, I mean, just for me personally, it was like, all right, it's go time. And coming into the game, it was just like super freeing. Zero hesitancy, like nothing about me was afraid to be in that moment. As much as I didn't really pay attention to it, I loved the opposition, how much they wanted us to fail. Like, kind of, they're trying to get in your head, and it's like, no, like, I'm not gonna let you. Like, I'm gonna show you why we're here.
Close play, he's out!
In that TCU game, it gives me chills right now thinking about it.
And then turning to the guys and seeing them rush out on the field, and just kind of that big blow-up moment after, being down late in the game. It was pretty unbelievable.
The Patriots win it. They have taken down TCU, down 6-2. They come roaring back, and they win 8-6 the final tonight.
Hey, what do winners do?
And they have punched their ticket to their 6th consecutive regional final.
What's the mindset right now? Win one pitch at a time. Just start getting your minds right. Go ahead and clean your stuff up, and so that when they do say go, then we can get down in the dugout, warm it up, and we'll be ready.
They kept it a secret, and they didn't tell Zane until we were literally about to take the field to get re-warmed up. They're like, Zane, you got the ball. You want these last 3 outs? And I just I looked at him and I was like, smile, like this is gonna be fun.
After a 3-hour weather delay, we're ready for the 9th inning. Patriots on top by a score of 6-5. At 2-2, Russell's pitch. Line drive, snagged by Sosa! A diving catch! Oh my, what a play by Andres! The Patriots are 1 win away from Omaha on a sensational grab by Andres Sosa at first base to win it. DBU claims a 6-5 win in a thriller here in Columbia.
One more.
That is absolutely incredible.
God is so good.
Andres Sosa with the defensive play of the year. That ball absolutely stung, and it would have tied the game. Sosa was moving to his left. He went straight horizontal. And you said it, partner, one more win to Omaha.
I knew that if I did what I did and executed our game plan and approach, that I'd put ourselves in a good situation. Pitchers are fun for us pitchers, obviously, because it means we're doing what we need to do to help the team win.
Strike 3, 6 up, 6 down for the sophomore right-hander out of El Reno, Oklahoma.
What will Rhett go with here? Trying to go 7 shutout and get us to the 8th scoreless. In the second game of the Columbia Super Regional, Patriots a win away from Omaha for the first time in program history. The pitch, line to left field, heading towards Bell. He's there, jumps up, and he makes the catch. He nearly overran it, but he hauls it in, and we're going to the 8th, still scoreless. The pitch, this ball's hammered to left, deep, down the line, and gone. Virginia has taken a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. Keckley trying to get us into the 9th, where DB would only need 1 to tie. Hammered to left, deep, Bell is back, and a 3-run home run has given Virginia a 4-0 lead.
George from the left climbs in, a switch hitter. He is the tying run. The 1-0 from Whitten, fly ball right field, Tappan coming over towards the line, reaches up and makes the catch. But Tappan ranges over, makes the grab, and we will have a winner-take-all game tomorrow in Columbia, South Carolina.
Lord, thanks for another chance tomorrow, another game to play together and to play for you. Amen.
The postseason comes down to a single game to determine who is heading to the College World Series.
Kyle Teal is on the warning track and right. The 3-2 pitch is hammered to left field, way back. It doesn't matter how far he's playing back. Home run, Jackson Glenn. 2-0 Patriots in Game 3 of the Supers. He screams into his dugout. The Pats have drawn first blood.
That at bat right there typified what Jackson Glenn has done all year. Curveball grounded up the middle. Jones a long way to go. Dives to his feet. Throws to first. Out at the bag. What a sensational grab up the middle by Blaine Jones.
Once it went in my glove, it's like, I gotta get up and fire this thing to first. And once we got that out, it's like, that's a good momentum.
Put the tying run on, 3-2. Gaither delivers, breaking ball, ground ball, long run for Glenn. He slides in the outfield, throws to first. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable play by Glenn. No runs, no hits, no errors. You want defensive highlights? You just saw them.
Having huge plays behind me and just solidified the fact that, you know, it is 40-on-1 and it takes every single person, and every single person was playing their very best baseball at that time.
Going down there, obviously 2-1 lead, getting late into the game. Really tried not to make the moment bigger than it was.
That's on the outside corner. He went with the slider, and it's 2-2. Sherlin's a strike away from getting out of it.
Counting outs is one thing, but I'm counting pitches at that point.
The 2-2. High fly ball into right center field. Going back is Town. He's at the track, jumping up, and it's gone. A grand slam home run, and Virginia has the lead. It's 5-2 in the 7th.
Yeah, I threw the pitch, and off the bat, I was like, just a routine fly to center, you know? It definitely stings to be that close and not be able to come through for your team.
First pitch from Wyatt. Towns swinging to center field. Newell is there right at the track. He makes the catch, and Virginia, they're headed to the College World Series as they dogpile out beyond the pitcher's mound. This dream season has finally come to an end, and what a ride it's been. One win away from the destination of Omaha, Nebraska, and the pinnacle of college baseball, and the Patriots fall just short. A 5-2 loss today to Virginia. We look down, Jackson Glenn left standing in that on-deck circle, just head bowed, and you can't imagine the emotion that he feels, and all these seniors. Austin Bell's coming over. Bell, a fifth-year senior, hugging Glenn. Joyous moment right now for Virginia. This one hurts for the Pats.
What a run it was for the Patriots. They'll get a cheer from their crowd, the deepest that this team has ever gone. Right on the cusp of Omaha, and I'm with you, man. Like, you know, our fans listening and watching, their hearts are broken. Ours are too. So close to getting this done. It shouldn't take away from what this club has accomplished. The most consistent team in the country whenever you consider those stats that you talked about, the 40-win seasons and going to regional after regional. But this is a heartbreaker. It'll be a long off season as you get ready for 2022.
I have an image of when the ball hit the bat, and I was like, I don't think I got enough of it.
Seeing them catch that ball, I mean, it tore my heart.
We know we are that good to compete in Omaha and have a chance to win it.
We've gotten so close to where we wanted to be and somewhere the program's never been before. But after that game, just knowing that the relationships that we have and that this team that we have in 2021 will never be a team again, that's what was super hard.
All we have is moments now. Like you can look back on footage, but like you're not going to get another chance with this team, you know, to go win one of those crazy games like we've done so well at.
Okay, I know, like, whatever I say now, probably not going to remember it, but I'll just say this: our life is not Omaha. We talked from the very beginning that if baseball is your life, it's gonna let you down. Okay, so what is our life? It's about a relationship with God. It's about living for Him, and so we won. Okay, the way you guys went about it today, we won. Our goal is to glorify God, and I really think you guys did.
sure.
What a year,
crazy
man.
year, dude. I wouldn't trade that for literally any type of money in the world.
Every guys is different, man.
It is different.
5 years.
I think that it's going to be a very consistent thing for the Patriots to be in Super Regionals and punch their ticket to Omaha.
There should be no reason why they can't show up to work every single day next year, because the team in 2022 could be the team that breaks through.
It was unreal to get that close. It was tough to get that close at the same time and not kind of get over that hump, but I know it's going to happen.
Next season's not too far away, so I'm started thinking about that. I'm thinking about the new guys that we're coming in, we're losing a bunch of guys, but there's guys here that will step up and take on the same role.
Yeah, DBU's in great hands. I will forever be a Patriot.